Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with a brand new system. My first day of trading, and I'm proud to introduce the Pro Trigger system. This comes with a very unique indicator. It's called the timing indicator. It's right here, and I used my MTF awesome oscillator and my favorite two indicators down at the bottom, the HA bars and the bulls and the bears, and of course my two moving averages are on the top along with my meter. As I said, it is a new system. It's called the Pro Trigger system, and it does come with 4 templates. Now I did take 5 trades today. They were all winners. As you can see, top 2 were very small winners, but the other ones came through with flying colors. This is a great system to help you get perfect timing of entries and exits. This is by far my best trigger system I've made over the past 10 years. As you can see, my very first day of trading today, September the 25th, and it produced a lot of pips and a lot of money. So let's run a check to see how it worked on this pound CAD. Let's start from the top and work our way down. Let's drag and drop this up, and as you can see, it gave me a bit of a hard time, and I really was thinking it was going to go down, as according to the timing was suggesting, and it did go down, but it was struggling, and that's just the way that the market goes sometime, and that's why I like to do more than one trade. Can you imagine if I just did the pound CAD? This is all what I would have ended up with today. This is why you have to do more than one trade. So I got in at this cursor right here, sold it. Did go against me about 18 or 19 pips. Finally, I decided to close the trade. I got tired of waiting and waiting. I closed it out with 2 pips, and 2 pips on the pound CAD paid $119. Remember, it's always better to close out with 2 pips than be losing 20 or 30. Remember, don't be greedy. You're greedy, you will lose. So let's move right along to, let's clean up the charts. And by the way, in real time, the pound was further down here. So it was pound weakness. So every one of these pound pairs, matter of fact, all the pairs I ended up selling, due to the fact of pound and euro weakness. Could have done a lot more trades. There was a lot more setups, but I figured running 5 trades was good enough on this first day of introducing my new Pro Trigger system. Okay, we'll clean up this chart. Very easy. Don't really need the meter anymore, so we'll go to number 2. It's exactly the same with no meter. Let's drag and drop and see how this pound yen did. Drag and drop it. Here it is right here. It took a while, and I got tired of waiting after a while. Basically, I closed out all the trades at the same time, around 6:16, which happens to be 9. That's quarter after 9 and 9:30, and I got in 7:30, quarter after 8. So for around an hour up to an hour and a half, my day is done. It is not even 10 o'clock yet in the morning as I'm doing this video. Remember, you have to have trade management in order, and of course money management, and also have proper mindset. Or the best system in the world, which can be making traders millions of dollars, and you'll blow up your account. So remember, don't dwell on the fact, the system. There is no perfect system. All systems will lose especially if you don't get those three things in order. So on this pound yen, let's see where I got in at this cursor, and I closed it out, looks like with 5 pips, and 5 pips on the pound yen paid $445. Now you might say, how can you make any money on 2 pips and 5 pips? Well, if you add these two up here, this is 500 and $50 or $60 is. Once you get to multiple standard lots, you'll be making some pretty good money. So let's move right along here on the next one right here on this pound dollar. We just drag and drop it up to see where I got in at. Same situation here. I was getting the signals. By the way, I actually teach this. I teach how to trade. And I will get traders saying, hey, it was blue down at the bottom. And the answer is yes, I agree with you. But I checked the higher time frames, went down to a smaller time frame on the 5 minutes, which I can show you. On a smaller time frame, as you can see right there at the cursor, the timing was already telling me it's red. Red means sell. So that's where I got in. And I ended up with looks like 16 pips, and 16 pips on the pound dollar paid $1,560. So remember, I teach, just in case you didn't know, I teach 2 ways of trading. If you're an aggressive trader, so this was getting in the trade on the aggressive side, and a conservative side would have been on this candle. As a matter of fact, as it pulled up, would have got in at a little bit better price. I teach all of these advanced tips and tricks within the training videos, and there's 42, and I'll go over that shortly. Another good trade. Let's move on to the Euro New Zealand. This was actually the very first trade I put in at 7:30, and then I actually went for breakfast. And when I came back, I was making pips, which is the way I usually like to trade, day in and day out. Put in the trades, go for breakfast, come back and see that I'm making pips. Here we go, exactly the same. This is what I would call, well, when I pulled the trigger, it would have been better up here, obviously, near perfect timing entries, which is what I also teach. Got in at this cursor right here. Looks like I closed it out almost at a perfect timing, which was 32 pips. And 32 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $2,053. And as you can see, it is now given all the pips back. I teach all of these little tips and tricks in the advanced training. How to get in at the right time, how to close the trade at the right time. And if you look down at the bottom, this is a perfect time because of the timing indicator along with the bulls coming in here. Trading is extremely difficult, and your goal is to get your hands on as much training and education as you can, because let's face it, 97 bucks in a PDF book is not going to cut it. It's going to cost you a lot more than that. And that's where I come in, and I give a lot of training and education for pennies on the dollar, which is exactly what you should be looking for. Looks like on these first 4 trades, I'm already over 50 pips, and this pound New Zealand is the one that moved the most. Usually does on a daily basis. It moves a lot of pips. And this, let's see where I got in at. Right here, I teach exactly what to look for and how and when to get in the trade. ADR on this one is 191 pips, and today did 124. It hasn't hit the ADR yet, which is these 2 dotted blue lines. Doesn't mean it'll hit it today. It definitely looks like it's struggling, and that's just the way trading goes. Got in at this cursor right here, and I closed it out. Looks like I got out at the right time. I teach exactly how to do that. Let's see. Right here, it's 42 pips, and 42 pips on the pound New Zealand paid $2,697. So if you've been adding up the pips today, the total pips was 97 pips, and 97 pips paid $6,876. Another excellent day, and it's a perfect day for introducing my new Pro Trigger system. So if your system is not producing like my Pro Trigger, I suggest that you get some more information and get your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video, and you shall see this write-up on the Pro Trigger. I do charge $250 for it, and my system has over 3.5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now it does come with 4 MT4 templates, 9 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. I also throw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents. This is what you need to try to find success. There's a lot of training and education, and it'll help you to find success trading the markets, any market at all. Futures, Forex, options, whatever your platform offers you. Now there's a lot of ways to trade, so I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 42 videos, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. My number one best way to trade, and I trade this way pretty much like 90% of the time, is a great way to trade. It wins at least 90% of the time, as long as you follow the rules that I teach within the training videos here. So what makes this Pro Trigger just a little bit better than my other trigger systems is within these, let's see, these subjects right here, 5 subjects. Now in each and every video I give a lot of advanced training and a lot of advanced trading tips and tricks. I also teach how to get near perfect timing entries. This is somewhat difficult to do, as you just never know if it might do a slight pullback, but I do show how to get that as close as possible. I also teach how to stay in the trade for more pips and how to trade at the right hand edge. This is where every trader, new trader, has difficult. It's very difficult for them trading at the right edge here, trying to make decisions. And also teach how to trade higher time frames. Now I also teach how to trade the new pip trigger or Pro Trigger. I've been saying pip trigger for about 10 years, so it's hard to pull away from that. But this is the Pro Trigger version number 2. I added there originally from June of last year there was 30 videos, and I added 12 brand new training videos along with adding this multi-time frame AO. Didn't have it on the original, but this one is extremely valuable trying to figure out if you should be buying or selling. Now in a lot of these videos here I show dozens and dozens, many great trade setups, exactly what it should look like before you pull the trigger. Also teach how to backtest the Pro Trigger, how to scan the market. I teach how to trade all 3 sessions here along with this London close. Also teach how to trade pullbacks and reversals. Now remember, this is a pullback right here, and some people would just call this a reversal, and it is a reversal and it is a pullback, but this is the beginning of a reversal, pullback, and if it happens to break through and keeps going up in this situation, then that is like a reversal. I teach both of those. And now I also teach how to trade the news. More difficult, I suggest learning a great way to trade first. If you're if you want to make pips and money as quickly as possible. Don't try to master everything, because it does take time. And also teach how to trade with a day job. So if you have any questions at all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. Here's my email if you live too far. Remember, there's an underscore here. Now, I do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link. We'll have a connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, which will last about 45 minutes. Now, over the course of many years, I've been building trigger systems. I do have 27 of them. All you got to do is click on this link, and you will see 27 screenshots. So that just about wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please give it a thumbs up. So until the next trade, happy trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.